Rates are holding fast and prices are sticky at best, but there is a sign of spring on the horizon with inventory starting to creep up. This is your March 2024 market update. Starting off with the median sales price for a single-family home, as always, we'll start in Temecula, $725,000 for a home here, $669,000 in Murrieta, and $590,000 in Menifee. The median sales price across all three cities only fluctuated within 5% of the previous month, so the prices aren't really moving too much right now. Looking at the mortgage rates, relief has yet to come. We are up from 6.6% at the beginning of the year, national average for a 30-year conventional loan, up to about 6.9% going into March. I always recommend that you speak with me or with your agent about the lender they choose to work with, because there's a good chance that they have lower rates than the competition and better customer service. So don't hesitate to reach out today to get a better quote than what you're seeing here as the national average. Getting into the data that's going to indicate what the housing market is going to be like in our area as we get into spring, the busiest time in real estate, we're going to kick things off with the number of closed sales last month. In Temecula, there were 83 closings. That's up 26% from the month before. In Murrieta, there were 95 closings, up 61% from the month before. And in Menifee, there were 85 closings, down actually about 10% from the month before. So the market has somewhat stabilized in Menifee over the last month, but we are seeing an uptick in buyers in Temecula and in Murrieta. There's a correlation between the increase in the number of closed sales and the decrease in the number of days on market. If you remember, days on market means how quickly a home hits the market and then goes under contract. The fewer the days on market, the quicker a seller accepted an offer, and the more days on market, the longer the property sat. In Temecula, the total average days on market was 10, down from 27 the month before. In Murrieta, it was 19, down from 42, and in Menifee, it was 32, up from 28 the month before, a figure which correlates with the number of closed sales, showing a very stable market in Menifee right now. The most exciting piece of data to share with you now, though, is the number of new listings that have hit the market in the last month. In Temecula, there were 93 new listings. That's up 75% since December. In Murrieta, there were 107 new listings, up 46% since December. And in Menifee, there were 127 new listings, up 44% since December. The increase in inventory since the beginning of the year is something I anticipated. However, it will be interesting to see, with relatively stable prices and pretty sticky rates, how buyers respond to the increase in inventory. Despite the increase in buyers, though, we know that affordability continues to persist, just like it did at this time last year in a very similar market. As a result, we're not going to be looking at numbers like we saw back in 2022 and 2021. By comparison, looking at last year, the rates were in a very similar place, in the high sixes, but the prices were about 6 to 10% lower than they are today. Last year, we did see several multiple offer scenarios despite the prices and the rates, so it'll be interesting this year if we see the same buyer turnout despite the slightly higher prices. I'm expecting buyer turnout to be very comparable to last year, given that we're in a very similar market this year. To wrap everything up, we know that rates and prices have stayed relatively stable over the last 2 months, but there has been an increase in inventory, which will be interesting going into the spring months to see how buyers respond to that. I know that on my end, I've received a flurry of phone calls since the beginning of the year, a lot of buyers really chomping at the bit to get out there and find their home, and I expect that that will continue to be the case from now, at least through the middle of the year. We'll have to see over the next few weeks if the number of buyers, despite the rates and the prices, come out and scoop up the supply while it lasts. That will indicate the direction prices go into the summer. Don't forget to check out my ultimate new construction update if you haven't yet. It goes over all the new construction developments, their pricing and incentives as of about 4 weeks ago. And as always, you can reach out to me at this phone number and email address to discuss your real estate needs. I'm wishing you all a very happy month of March, and we'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.